Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Trying to Be Social, episode 6. As always, my partner in crime with me, Don Lahi.
Hello.
And this week, we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to, as we do every episode, we're going to start off with our stats from last week and where we're sitting at this week. And if you know anything about the podcast, we focused on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So last week, our followers on Instagram. If you know anything, we've been battling bots, so that's been kind of crazy. But last week, we were at 1610. This week, we're at 1613.
Oh, we went up from like today.
Yeah, we went down to like 1607. Yeah, and then we went up. Okay. And then TikTok, we were at 185 last week. This week, we're at 211.
Okay.
Jeez.
That's what we could like to call snowballing.
Oh yeah, that's a steady build. And then YouTube, the dreaded YouTube. We were at 21 subscribers, and this week we're at 22.
That's my wedding anniversary, so that's gonna be a lucky one.
22?
22 on a Tuesday.
That's also my birthday, October 22nd. So you know what I'm saying?
The 22nd month of the year. Which one is it? The second, the second one, the two, or the two?
All of them.
October's the 10th.
Okay.
Month. It's 10/22.
Well, 22 is still the day.
And you were born 1981, right?
I don't got to get into those
You're 40?
specifics.
You're 41 or 42? I don't know. You don't look a day over.
That's why we're on the podcast. Only audio, baby.
Yeah.
Turn that camera off.
Just kidding. We got 3 cameras on us.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that's our stuff this week. And we actually did a lot of experiments this week, so we got quite a bit to talk about.
Yeah.
Don, why don't you tell them what we did this week?
Via what we did with a skit or what we did with...
strategy.
So strategy, Carlos and I went to Rolling Loud.
Jeez.
It wasn't a long weekend, but it was...
It was a long weekend.
September. No, I don't think Monday was a
Oh,
holiday.
no, you're right. Yeah. That's
Anyway,
right.
it was... I don't have a calendar in front of me, but it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we went on Saturday, and we didn't know what we were gonna do. We didn't know what we were gonna say. Once again, we don't go do these interviews. We kind of let the interviews happen around us, and we went there, and we struck gold.
Oh, yeah.
These friends of ours that wanted to be on camera gave us pure amazingness. Everyone had their own shtick. It wasn't the same thing. So we had a mountain of content to take from this. We have a full hour of interviews. We broke it down to about 12 to 13 minutes, and the full videos on our YouTube. But there were people dressed up like Batman characters. There were young people talking about what they were expecting from Rolling Loud. There were people upset that people weren't showing up or people got canceled from the tour. There was just people who just wanted to go and be like, what is this? I want to see this.
Yeah.
And pretty crazy because we weren't going to go there. We were going to go to TIFF, and because we wanted to see everything at TIFF, and there's super famous people at TIFF, so maybe we could not run into and get an interview, but just like go and ask people.
Yeah, I was hoping to run into Judy Bloom.
Yeah. No idea who that is.
Yeah, neither.
And we went to the Rolling Loud, and we were outside Rolling Loud, and oh my God, just...
Yeah, it was a fun story for us because deadass we were on our way to TIFF because we figured famous people outweighs a bunch of a rap concert. You know what I'm saying? Like if we get a celebrity on camera, we're lit. But then Don was like, let's just go to Rolling Loud because it's just I just have a good feeling about it, and I was nervous because Rolling Loud is a bunch of young kids, and I thought it was just going to be too rowdy, and I just thought like I was, you know what I'm saying? I just was nervous, but as soon as we turned that camera on, I don't know, I just got into the zone.
Everyone was so polite and nice, and like
I forget we're in Canada sometimes.
So we wanted to go to TIFF because my mother-in-law's in town, and she has been going down there and trying to catch people, and she's ran into Daniel Radcliffe. She's ran into Anna Kendrick. She's ran into, I think, Billy Eisner, Daniel Craig. Her and my wife are volunteering at TIFF this year, so they've actually seen quite a bit of celebrities. We went to the Rolling Loud, and the people that were coming up to us like pretty much had something. Carlos had a couple questions that he wanted to ask, just to like feel out the crowd a little bit. One specific one, and then one pretty vague one that anyone could answer any way that they wanted to. But people, when you see us on the street, come up and talk to us.
Pull up.
We're wearing the DemOnes shirt. You'll see us.
But that was another cool thing, though. People were recognizing the DemOnes thing, which was dope too. Yeah.
But people were like scared to walk through the camera because they didn't want to screw anything up. Walk through the camera. Come up and say hi to us. Like there was a mix of
nervous people and then people that were just like, I want in on this. I don't know what you guys are doing.
There was also for the very first time, there were people literally waiting in line to go and talk to Carlos.
That was crazy.
There were groups of people, and he was done with one I think it happened like 9 times.
Yeah.
And then we ran into TikTok legend. I don't know how to really say his name.
Snowdy.
Snowday.
Snowday.
It's just Snowday, but he spells the A with
a 4 and a Y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone that's anyone has seen one of his TikToks. So
shout out to him. Yeah. He ran. No.
He'll be on here for sure. He'll pop in. We actually got a couple people lined up for the next like 4 episodes that we're gonna have on here and ask questions, because they have they all have different. We're not going to tell you who's going to be on the show because we don't really want to ruin it. But they all have different, formats that they follow on their Instagram. So it's going to be really, really fun to pick their brain.
They built it from one of the guests that we have coming. It has 750,000 followers on the gram. So we don't want to ruin. We're not going to ruin it for you. But yeah, I'm excited to talk to him, and he built it up from zero. So he's going to have a lot of good stuff to talk about next week. And so basically, because we had all of that content, and Rolling Loud was such a specific thing that we didn't want to, like, honestly, if we wanted to, we could have spaced it out for like 3 weeks, but we were just like, yo, like Rolling Loud, nobody's even going to care about Rolling Loud in the next 2 weeks, so let's just drop 2 reels a day. A couple of interesting things happened, and we're going to get into it right now. So the first thing that happened was that we posted at 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. And we found that the 12 p.m. ones were just so much more effective than the 6 p.m. ones for some reason.
First off, what we wanted to do was, because we had so much, you might have already said this and I might have spaced out, but we had so much content that we wanted to post 2 times a day. Did you already say that?
I literally just finished saying that.
Okay, my bad. Sorry. I was looking at my... See, this is why we can't have live on, because someone just asked me if it's okay if they're gay. And yes, it's very okay that you're gay. Buy a DemOnes t-shirt and we will write, it's okay that you're gay on it. Sorry, continue. My bad. I have ADHD. I space out and I'm a visual person, so my hearing turns off. My bad.
We both do.
Please continue. You were on a great point, and you're doing great, Carlos.
Thanks. Thank you for letting me pick up where I left off. Now I spaced out, and I don't remember where I was.
You were talking about space.
Okay, so anyways, we were posting in space last week. And
the moon is a great place for interviews.
I went around the moon at least 6 times last week.
The view you get on the dark side of the moon is more than just a prism, my friend.
Nobody gave a shit. We got like 3 views.
Deep cut.
So yeah, so we posted 2 reels a day, and what I found that the 12 p.m. one was much more effective. I was worried that like when one starts taking off, like should I post another reel and would that kill the engagement? And we had one this week that did 15,000 views. It was super fire. It was... Go on our Instagram and you'll see it. DemOnes.Official.
I'm going to interrupt. And it was the one that I thought was going to get nothing.
That's what I find the most. It's like the ones that we think are the funniest don't hit the way we want them to hit, and the ones that were just like whatever. Because the strategy was to throw the whatever ones out at 12 p.m. and throw the good ones out at 6 p.m. So the one that hit 15K, I was just like whatever. I threw it out at 12 and it just blew. It just like went crazy. And then I posted one that I thought it was really funny and it got like 200 views. So at that point, I'm thinking, okay, like I don't think posting 2 at the same time. Two a day is a good idea. But we were trying to experiment, so we did it again the next day, and the kind of the same thing happened. It didn't get as much views as the one that blew up, but it still we were still cruising. Mind you, right now we're averaging like between like 3,000 to 4,000 views a reel, so it was still in that territory. And then every single time we dropped the second one for 2 days in a row, it wouldn't even crack 1,000. But then I realized what was the problem, and here's an interesting thing. So for 2 of the reels, I was tagging celebrities in them because 2 of the reels were about celebrities. Like there was one guy that looked like Central C, so in the caption I was like, "Oh, is the Central C remix coming?" And then this other guy was talking about Drake, and I tagged Drake and David Blaine in it because he talks about like levitating in it, and those did not hit. So then I was like, maybe they're not hitting because I'm tagging these celebrities in it. So then what I did was I deleted the one that I really liked, the Drake one, and then I reposted it immediately. Which I've heard that's like a huge no-no, but I don't know. For some reason, I was just like, screw it. Like, it was only at 200 views anyways. What's the worst that's going to happen? It's going to get, what? It's going to get like 100 views this time? I don't even care. So I decided to experiment with that. And what happened was actually kind of interesting. So I took it down and then I reposted it without tagging Drake in it or without tagging David Blaine in it and just did a regular caption. And it cracked 1,000 views. So I got more views after a complete delete and repost. And I was like, oh, actually, no, it didn't crack 1,000 views. It was like at 600 views.
Yeah, it was at just a...
It was like a little bit better. It wasn't as... I thought it was going to be worse, but it was a little bit better. So tagging celebrities maybe is not a good idea in your reels, guys. That's kind of what I learned. But what happened the next morning was very interesting. So it was like 8 in the morning, and I messaged Dawn, and I'm like, what the hell's happening? And that very same reel that didn't even crack 1,000 just flew up to 5,000 out of nowhere. It was crazy. It got some sort of push. And I was like, whoa. And then after that, it was like the end of the week, and we just kind of just kept posting at 12 o'clock. So I don't know. It was just it was a fun experiment. I don't think I would do it again, 2 reels a day. I think we're just going to stick to 1. It was just because we had so much content that I was just like, hey, I'm just going to keep doing that.
Yeah, that might happen a couple more times, but...
TikTok was treating us okay too. TikTok last week, if you know, we had a pretty bad week. We weren't even hitting 1,000 on any of our TikToks, and this week we had like 3,000, 1,000 views. Like consistently, we were getting like 1,000 to 2,000 views. So it was pretty dope. And but we weren't posting. Actually, did we post twice a day on TikTok?
Here and there.
Here and there. But I feel like TikTok's not so strict about posting like 2 times a day. It doesn't really care. I think you could post a lot, as much as you want on TikTok. Instagram is the one that I think gives you a little pushback.
The weird thing, the weird thing Carlos already brought up is that we posted these things at the same times, and they started out so slow.
Yeah.
Like within like an hour, we might have had like
300 views.
Not even. Like sometimes they were like maybe breaking 50 views in an hour, and then we were like, damn, this was a dud. Okay. And then like 4 hours later, it would go and just like, and like, I'm like, are you seeing this? Like, this is crazy. Like,
yeah, the one that we got so far this week, we had our highest viewed reel, which was 15K, and that one is exactly what Don said. It was like dead at an hour. We were just like, oh, this one's whack. Right, yeah. First of all, we didn't have much hope in it anyway, so I didn't really care.
No.
And then I don't know. It was like 3 hours later. It's going crazy.
After our last week, I was just like, if we hit 1,000 on these twice a day, I'm gonna be okay with that. And then we got a couple big ones. So
another thing that I'm noticing is on Instagram, like, yeah, we got 15K views, but like it doesn't translate to followers on there. But what I realize is that our account, like our insights are fire. So what we lack in followers, we make up for in accounts reached. So a lot of people watch our stuff. Because I was comparing our account that has like I said, 1,600 views to like, I go on accounts that have like, literally I go on accounts that have like 14,000 followers, 25,000 followers, and I go to their reels and their stuff is like at 1,000, 2,000 views, and even their highest viewed stuff is like at 25,000. So if you look at it like the relativity there, it's like, yeah, you guys may have more followers than me, but like whenever I drop a reel, more people watch it. And I'd rather that than have followers. I'd rather have 1,600 followers and get 4,000 views on a reel than have 25,000 followers and get like 500 views on a reel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that means so much more.
Yeah, there's something weird about that.
Yeah.
That it, like, that you're not posting consistently, or you're not keeping up with your brand or something. But like you go to these guys and they have like 25, 30,000 followers, and then you go to their things and then it's like the last time they posted was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit. Like, and I get it. They're popular because they're doing something else, like they're touring or they're doing stand up or they're whatever and stuff. And I get that. But like, if you had that going on, like you had a full like 3 months booked of like traveling and doing your show, and you also had consistency going on, like with your Instagram, that would be,
you'd be ready.
You're getting double fisted, baby. And that's what I'm saying. If you need dumb ones to be there to run your account, make some TikToks for you, make some Instagrams for you, and plug your shit, we're there.
Yeah, that's kind of the direction we want to.
Throw your name out there.
I feel like we can bring, like now I feel comfortable with what we can bring to the table, because we also, well, not to divert too much, because I want to talk about this separately, but we also started a new segment that we're going to start doing next week. But
that's exactly where I was segueing into, baby. You know what's going on.
But I just wanted to say quickly before that is that TikTok is to me treats us a little bit better in the following sense, but not in the view sense.
Yeah.
So we might get less views on TikTok, but then we get more followers on TikTok consistently. If you listen to our stats, like we went up like what, 22 followers this week. We're in IG. We just keep going up and down and playing around. So it's like, I'm happy though. I'm happy with what we're doing on Instagram. I'm happy that, we may not have the followers, but we're reaching the account, so that's cool. And TikTok, we may not have the views, but we're getting the followers, so I'm happy with that. And then YouTube this week, I just started, honestly, like I said last week, F shorts. I'm trying to get our account monetized, and shorts don't count towards view time, so I'm not even doing that. And we released this week, for the first time, we released the full hour-long episodes on YouTube. And they got 30 views, but at least we got some watch time out of it. And 30 views was more views than we were getting on our shorts. We were getting like 2 views a short. And then we mashed up all the Rolling Loud interviews into a 3-minute video, and we threw that up there, and that's like at 32 views. So like, I'm happy. Like, we're being consistent, and I just know that it's gonna happen. And
we're spreading the seed. And
this leads us to what we're gonna be doing next week, and Don can tell you about that. The new segment that we're starting, which I think it's gonna be successful. So
sweet little Carlos Aviles said, I got a skit idea. I want a Toronto rapper to be interviewed by someone who is not savvy on the Toronto slang, Toronto rap, Toronto culture. They're kind of like a journalist that you would see on the street being like, sewage is backed up in downtown Toronto. So we kind of had that concept, and we found a rapper, and we found a actress that wanted to be a part of this, and I didn't fully understand what he wanted, and we set the date, and we're like, let's just go do this. If it's trash, then it's trash, and we get whatever we can out of it and post it, and there we go. We went and did it, and I was pleasantly surprised with how everything turned out. So we are now developing a new segment. This is kind of what we were talking about before with like those musicians or comedians or actresses or models or whoever wants a TikTok pretty much being done. We're going to start these new segments where we do stuff with the talent, and this next one is going to be about interviewing rappers, different scenarios, different
it's like a improv, it's like a real interview but mixed with a skit.
You get to plug your shit, and you also get to have fun with filming. There's kind of like, it's like this is going to sound pretentious, but it's like an SNL skit almost. Like we're taking an interview and we're taking a skit and we're collaborating them. Yeah,
so it's like it's a real artist, obviously, and he really is talking about his new single, whatever he's got going on, but the questions are scripted and the responses aren't scripted from the rapper side. It's more scripted on the interviewer
You
side.
at least get to show who you are in the thing. He did come. Pause. He did. Like. Yeah, I had to.
Whoa.
And the funny thing is, I had to swallow there for a minute too.
Oh God!
Sorry.
We played a pause game here, everybody.
Yeah. And he was. We didn't really give him a lot of like. We were just like, we're gonna ask these questions. You answer them how you want to answer them.
Yeah.
Don't answer them how you think that we want to answer them answered. You answer them the way that you want to answer them. Be funny if you want to. Be serious if you want to. Do whatever you want. She has her responses to that. The question is we wrote the questions, so then the response can always be the same and you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Easy. Go for it. Do whatever. We're going to cut it up. We're going to do... So we did about 3 or 4 takes on a wide. We did 3 or 4 takes on a close-up. And I think everyone's going to really like this. I think especially our Instagram followers, we've built a very specific community with everyone. They're loving our interviews and how Carlos goes out there, and it's pretty much like one of those, but just I'm gonna quote Carlos, on steroids.
It's crack and steroids.
I think it's funny, and I want to do way more of those. So anyone who wants, and we've already had 4 or 5 Toronto rappers reach out and be like, they saw bloopers. They saw bloopers and a couple pictures, I think, from the day, from his Instagram and our Instagram, and we've already had 4 or 5 Toronto rappers come out and say, when can I come and do one of these?
Yeah.
So
I'm happy. I'm excited. I can't wait to drop this one. I think this one's gonna, without saying too much, I don't want to jinx or anything, but I feel confident in this one. I think it's funny, it's original, and we get to talk to local talent, so that's always a plus.
And we don't, and whoever, we don't hold any bias against anyone. So yeah, we're just, we're trying to build a community of every different kind of entertainment, every kind of brand, every kind of, like, we're obviously our own brand, but like anyone's company, like we're mixing and matching. We're gonna make it funny. That's the main thing, is that we're trying to make things funny. We're trying to add our spice in on it, and then you get to plug your stuff. Like it can be anything. Like we love challenges. This one was a challenge for us. We were kind of diving head first into it, and I for sure had my doubts because we kind of went over the script that didn't actually exist, and
I just knew what it was going to be.
He knew what it. Yeah, but like, yeah, and it is fun to go there and improv and come up with it on the spot and stuff, and everyone else kind of had a good time doing it. So, yeah, if anyone,
but that's what it comes.
Once everyone sees it,
and we're dropping that on YouTube. So that's the strategy we're doing. We're dropping a clip of it. And then we really want to get those subscribers up. So this is probably, how long is this? Like a 3-minute?
It's 3.5 minutes.
So it's 3.5 minutes, and we're going to drop a 15-second clip on Instagram and try to drive everybody to YouTube and see if we can get our subscribers up, because we're trying to get ourselves monetized. And if you don't know, it's 1,000 subscribers and 400 hours of watch time.
You said 4,000.
Oh, it's 4,000. Sorry, yeah, it is.
I don't know.
It's 4,000 hours of watch time. So like we got a lot of catching up to do. So we're trying to drive traffic to our YouTube this week. So hopefully it works out. And yeah, another cool thing that happened to us this week, which kind of, like we're like, it's the little things for us that kind of give us the motivation. So there's a local Toronto rapper from my neighborhood, actually, Rexdale. He is called Moolah First. A lot of controversy with this young man because he's very confident in his talent, and he says very he makes a lot of bold statements. So the gentleman was supposed to be on Rolling Loud on day 1. So his slogan going up to Rolling Loud was, "There will be no day 2 or day 3," and people felt that it was a threat because there's a lot of inner beefs that happened in the city, and one of them he has beef with other rappers that were on day 2 or day 3, so everybody was taking it like,
especially because he said it in that really creepy voice. He called the news and was like, there will be no day 2 or 3.
He definitely didn't say it like that. He
Like, who
yells
the
it.
fuck is this?
He yells it. He says it in a way where you're like, okay, like
Is this Moolah?
Yeah. No, and he hung up.
I swear to God, no.
And
And it's
then
Moolah first.
so he gets the police. The police ended up intervening and ended up kicking him off Rolling Loud because they just for everybody's safety. Which actually didn't work because there was still a shooting at Rolling Loud the second
The
day.
amount of police that were there, I've never seen that many police officers.
Toronto's crazy.
There was a paddy wagon there. I was like, when is this? Like, what the fuck?
Toronto's a crazy city, and coming from Rexdale, we usually get, you know what I'm saying, we usually get the brunt of the hate. So to see Moolah first get kicked off was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of whack. So one of the questions I was asking at Rolling Loud was like, how do you feel about Moolah first getting kicked off? And we kind of just chopped that up into a 1-minute clip, put it out, and we didn't think much of it. You know, it got good views. It got like 3,000 views, regular. And then the next day actually, while we're filming the new segment we were just talking about, my cousin hits me and he's just like, yo, Moolah first put you on his new song. And at first I thought, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's dissing me. I was like, oh shit, he better not be dissing me. And then he just took a clip of our reel and used the audio on his new song, which has like thousands of views. So that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, he didn't tag us or like the video or anything like that. But it's good to know that he's watching. It's good to know that people are, you know what I'm saying? Like, our videos are reaching places that I didn't think were reaching. So that was a good little... It's little things like that keep me motivated and let me know that I'm on the right path. Because I know we're just going to, like I always say every week, we're going to stumble upon something that's going to... I can't wait to do the episode where we get 100K views on something. So, yeah, something like that. That's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love stuff like that. So, shout out to Moolah first for doing that. And
Is your mic all weird? Is it like loosey-goosey?
A little bit, but...
Just turn that thing.
This?
Yeah. Oh, the other way. Yeah. But hold the mic where you want it. Yeah. And there was like no press at, like, I didn't see anything from Rolling Loud.
Where we were, yeah.
There was a couple like of the Instagram like, you know, Toronto Instagram
That's what I was talking
platforms
about.
that were there, but it was like random backstage stuff that had like no context or anything. I just feel like, so like the one thing that Carlos and I like to do, I kept being like, do you want to go in there? And he was like, no, I want to talk to the people out here. Like, I don't want to like go in there and like annoy people when they're trying to see this show and stuff. So we want to go and talk to the people outside.
We kind of fell into... I realized after seeing the major Toronto accounts cover Rolling Loud and the content that they were putting out, I was like, yo, you guys... You know what I'm saying? Like,
you missed.
Yeah, you guys missed. Like, how were you not where we were? Like, I felt like when we went to Rolling Loud, I thought that we were gonna have to compete with somebody. I was like, fuck, there probably somebody's gonna be there, but nobody was there. And the content that these guys were catching, it's because they have so many. They're literally just there, like interviewing celebrities, like, yo, how much does your outfit cost? And then filming other rappers' sets. It's like, yeah, that's dope. But don't you want to be? I realized that DemOnes we're really. We found our place, like, and now if we get invited to an event, I don't even want to go backstage because that's whack to me. I want to be where the people are because that's where you get the best content.
I feel
and that's
like
how you get all the love.
I feel like they got like invited, and then they like got moshed, and then someone was like, "Yo, we got to do fucking some content." And the guy's like, "Oh shit, okay, I'm gonna get these guys driving in a go-kart." It's just like, oh. But that's it. It's like for the whole weekend. You have 2 stories on one day.
Yeah.
Like, what do you like?
I thought that was whack.
It's so weird. Like, I get that you're excited to be there, but like,
not even that. It's
work
that,
first, baby.
Yeah, you got comfortable. They're comfortable.
Exactly. And I just, I don't know. Like,
I was just like,
Carlos and I like to get into the spots where there's definitely gonna be like some explosions. Like Carlos, how do I say this? One time we bought hot dogs at a baseball game, and we were getting them for my wife and my sister-in-law, him and I, and Carlos was like, what does your wife like on her hot dogs? I'm like, everything. And then he's like, okay, well, these ones are plain. I was like, well, now we have to wait in line to get, grilled onions and stuff like that. And he's like, watch this. He just walked to the side and just gave them our hot dogs and was like, these are missing onions. And they went, okay. So just the worst that they can say is no.
I'm just
pretty much is what I'm trying to say. Like get out there, scrape your knees, just do it. And and he's teaching that to me, just do it. Like the worst that they can say is no, and then you move on. So we got more stuff about Rolling Loud than anyone.
I feel like they would have posted our content, it would have been viral.
But they were invited. They had lanyards that said VIP. Like they had the ticket in, and we. Even if we got invited to that,
I would have. Yeah, like I said.
I'm sick of these festivals thinking that it's okay just to put that generic poster Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then putting the names big, and then they go into small, and then being like, well, this will do the work for us because we got Little Uzi and we got Future on this, and it's just like, well, that's like, don't people want to see what's going to be there? Don't you want a little?
What do you mean? What else can they do? Those are the dopest posters.
There's going to be concession stands. There's going to be, stage stuff. There's going to just there's stuff that you can do. There's definitely stuff that you can do.
But they don't got to do it. They just make they.
And if they're taking this long, and we've even recognized this, if you're taking this long to edit your shit and get it out there, no one's going to give a shit about Rolling Loud next week.
Yeah,
no one cares unless you got like someone jumping off stage and cracking their head open, and then that might get replayed for another week, and then it's going to be lost. So if you're taking this long to edit your shit, hurry it up.
Yeah,
Get better editors.
We had our shit ready for Monday. We were out there Saturday, and we were ready to go. We could have gone on Sunday if we really wanted to.
Yeah, we were working really hard in here. I was editing up, and Carlos was falling asleep on the couch.
And I woke up every now and then, and I said, "Nah, you gotta switch that."
And he's like, "Yeah, that's hilarious. It'd be funnier if it didn't look anything like that."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, you fucking."
Justin Jump Cuts is gonna strike again, baby.
Yeah, but he really didn't. Yeah, so I think. This is an advertising podcast. We're advertising right now.
Yeah, because I feel like we found.
Let us know.
I feel like I know what our purpose is when we hit the streets now.
I think we're also going to have our very first interview from another county in Ontario very soon.
Oh yeah, that's gonna
may or may not go, so we won't really talk about that. But we might take a little road trip and go talk to a couple. Try to get
hopefully we get there's a major name, and we're trying to I think I'm very confident that if we actually make the trek, we can get that interview, and I think it'll be huge.
I drive for my job, so Carlos is like, it's like 2 hours away, man. I'm like, poppycock.
We're out there.
And he's like, why do you keep saying poppycock every time I say something
and
a little bit different?
I feel like I should be saying pause whenever you say that.
Yeah, poppycock.
Okay. So now, if you know anything about the podcast, we'd like to do a little fun segment where I give you 3 tips to use. Pause on that. No, but I give you 3 tips to use for social media that I learned that we're using right now that are currently working for us, and we like to call this segment Carlos's Corner.
Would you listen to him, please? At this 90 degrees, it's Carlos's Corner. What you doing around that corner?
Thanks, Dudley.
Thanks, Dudley, for singing me out over there. Okay, everybody. Tip number 1, your bio. Make sure you're very clear in your bio. If it's on Instagram, if it's on TikTok, make sure that you're very clear, because a lot of people just write, oh, this is my link tree, your name, and hashtags like F all that. Like, make sure that when somebody reads your bio, they know exactly what your account is about. So if you're doing an account, you're selling cupcakes, the best cupcakes for sale right over here. For us, it's comedy. So literally, we just write the #1 comedy account in Toronto, and then we write what you have on their skits, podcasts, and the sitcom. So very very clear, concise, short, and make sure, obviously, I'm sure I don't have to say this, but put a link to, if you don't have a link tree, get one so it can link to all your other socials. But clear, concise bios. Make sure that people can read your bio and know exactly what your account is about. Okay, tip number 2, research. This is a huge one. Whatever your niche is, whatever you're doing, go and research the next biggest thing that's doing what you're doing. Look at their hashtags, see their captions, look at their content, see what's working for them, and see how you can implement that in your content, and see if maybe you could do something a little bit different, like put a spin on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to do that. Research is huge. See if even what you're doing there's a demand for. That's another thing. You may think you have a... Listen, there's so much content out there that, like, if you were doing something good, there's already somebody better doing it, and obviously you might be better at doing it than them. So just make sure, because if you have a shitty idea and nobody else is doing it, you might want to think about, unless you're really confident that what you're doing is super original. But for the most part, somebody's already doing it. They're doing it not better than you, but they're more popular at it than you. So look at that and learn. Number 3. Engage other accounts. This is something that I've been doing that I find that is very useful, because you can get followers out of it, you can make connections out of it. So go on those popular accounts that you love to follow, or that are doing the same thing as you, and comment under there. Engage. You know, don't be afraid to like, but don't self-promote either. Write engaging comments on there. Just, if you're writing a funny comment, write a funny comment on there. People will like it. People will check out your page after that. Always engage. Be on other accounts. Don't just be focusing on posting your content and not engaging with other people. People will like seeing you consistently comment some funny stuff on their account, or some interesting stuff on their account, and they're gonna be like, hey, this person's got something going on over here. Maybe I should reach out. Maybe we can collab. Stuff like that. So yeah. Those are your 3 tips. Be very clear in your bio, research the competition or your peers, and engage other accounts. And those are your 3 tips for Carlos's Corner. And as always, Don, what did you think about those 3 tips this week?
Linktree is, it's a great, like, people are interested. Like, whenever I go to, like, someone's Instagram and I see Linktree, I'm interested in getting in there. So having a link tree is so important, especially if you're selling anything or you're advertising anything. It's so important, because I go to people's link tree and I'm like, holy shit, they make wood coffee mugs.
Yeah.
And they're selling it. And you can request to get a custom made one. I bought 45 wood mugs.
Did you?
Because of this.
That sounds like a lot of splinters.
Yeah. No one wants that in the morning. And
but you have 45
but it's also Linktree is also a way to kind of put the curtain in front of what you're doing, right? So you might not want everyone to immediately know what's going on, and you go to someone's Linktree and boom, there's OnlyFans there. And then
you could be pleasantly surprised.
Like, it's not like you're advertising so hard on Instagram, but the people who matter will go to your Linktree and see what you have to offer. So you don't put it out necessarily fully on social media, but they do have, the ability to go and check it out.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Linktree is...
There's a couple more too, like different ones.
Linktree the one.
Linktree is the one that you see and you're like, yeah, I know what that is. One time I think there's another one called Beacon.
But the thing about Linktree, if anybody doesn't know about it, it does cost some money. I didn't think it did, but it does. I pay $11 a month for it, and that gives you unlimited links. There's a higher subscription than that, but that's for if you like have multiple businesses. So there's a cheaper one than $11. I think it's like $6, but I think you could only put like 5 links on there. So I got the one with unlimited links, and it's $11. And for those of you who don't know, small content creators, I think I've said this on multiple episodes. We are invested in this to the point where we want to live off of it, so we don't mind spending money. I'm sure there's free ways of doing it, but for the most part, if I recommend something, it's probably going to cost some money. And if I'm paying for it, I find it very useful. So the 2 major useful things that I'm paying for right now are Canva and Linktree, because I feel like those are... Oh, and I have a shop, but we'll get into that later. But the most useful things I'm talking about are Linktree and Canva. Those are the things that because Linktree also gives you analytics. It shows you which people are clicking them the most on which social media network, and it's cool. So, yeah.
And on your last tip, Carlos said to be engaging on other people's like posts and stuff like that, don't copy and paste.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
Do not
don't be
say
one of those bots that you're gonna, don't give away $5,000.
And you'll get blocked. And they already know that this is. We get a couple random people that send us the same shit that I know.
Oh my goodness! I figured out how to stop that. Did you notice that it stopped?
No, it's from someone who we keep talking to though too, and then we just get that. Anyway, let me just.
Yeah. Sorry.
And also to also roll out on that, don't copy and paste, and just be yourself. Literally say 3 words of what you think that the post is to you, like whatever. Like just be yourself. Like don't worry about
promoting your shit.
Yeah, like don't like just be active and be consistently active on the same post, and people will notice you. Like it's not it's social media. Be social. Like it's okay. Be yourself, because you don't want to be one of those phonies and then show up, then get the deal, get the job, and then you show up and then you're
a big phony.
Stiff. Yeah.
Nobody wants a phony around, all right? You phonies.
Yeah.
For all you felonious phonies
Be like,
out
you
there.
put like 9 fire emojis there, and you're kind of barely one.
What if somebody was like, but I'm always on my phone, so doesn't that make me a phony?
That's like when people say Friday the 13th is campy, and I'm like, yeah.
What? What does that mean?
Campy is like on the nose, but with I don't really know how to explain it.
All right. Well, if you know what it means, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Also, people, another cool thing that I learned actually, that I should have probably put in the tips, but
tips.
I know I didn't want to say because I was like pause, but like not really. Yeah. So we had this thing where every single time we posted something, I'm sure some of you people get it, there's a bot that just pops up right away. For us, for most people, it's like, I'm giving 5,000 away for the first 3 people that comment. So that's one. And then for us, it was this dumb thing, and it was always from different accounts that kept saying, oh, this is dope, you should promote it on Toronto community or something, or DM it on here, or share it on here. And it was so annoying because every single time I got excited we got a comment, it was these stupid bots. Instagram has a way to combat that, which is super dope. So you go on your settings in Instagram, you go on privacy, and then there's something called it's like hidden words or hidden comments. You can literally write phrases that you want blocked on your comments. So if you notice that the bot is always saying, for example, give away 5,000, you can literally say anybody that says 5,000 isn't, like, don't put that comment up. So for us, that stopped it. So I literally just I banned the word promote, I banned the word DM, and I banned the word share. So now anybody that says that stuff doesn't show up on our comments. So that's one way to get rid of your bots if they really annoy the shit out of you, because I hated that so much.
Yeah.
It was so annoying.
It was like before it even like fully processed, there was like a comment on it. I was like, it's not even not even live yet.
Before it was even
like,
live,
how
it was
are they
like,
so
this is
fast?
so funny, promoted on Toronto community. I'm like,
Yeah.
nice it. Like, so annoying.
Yeah.
Wild annoying.
Maybe that's a hustle we don't understand, but it's really annoying.
I don't know, like, I don't even know if that works. Who really thinks that somebody's giving away $5,000? Idiots. There's a lot of them out there,
Yeah,
I guess, right?
exactly. So, like, think about it.
What's the scam there, though? Like, I heard you giving away $5,000. I wonder where that leads. Like, how does that person end up getting scammed?
Where's my free boat?
All right, but I get my free boat after this. I better get my free boat after this. Simpsons quotes, people. Simpsons quotes.
Yeah. So they're gone. Finally, that was so annoying.
They're gone. That's how we got rid of our bots.
I hated being like, oh yay, we got a comment, and then it's just like, promote Canada, promote you. I'm like, yes, but how? Why are you talking like that?
One time you answered them and you're like, nah, we're good.
Yeah. And they didn't even respond back. And I'm like, gotta keep up.
Gotta keep up, buddy. We're engaging.
Gotta keep up.
This is my favorite part of the show because we got all the stuff out that we needed to say. So we told you what we did last week. You got our followers, you got the tips, and now we could just kind of mess around, which is what I love. You know what I'm saying? This is why we're the most hilarious podcast out there for content creators. I just put a lot of pressure on us to talk about some good shit, but
yeah,
I got nothing. On a good note, though, I did watch the new Pinocchio movie, and I thought it was great. My mom cried. Thought it was really dope. Tom Hanks snapped. I love the fact that Figaro was CGI, the little kitten. No animal cruelty there. The goldfish had eyelashes. Super cute. Rated that heavy.
I haven't watched it and probably won't.
It's dope. You didn't wait up.
Pinocchio used to be my like favorite.
VHS from Disney
Yeah.
over Lion King? No way.
I saw Lion King in theater, and yeah, Lion King was
jealous of
amazing.
that.
But like, there was something about Pinocchio that I kind of connected with more than Lion King.
Was it the fact that he didn't have a wiener?
And the funny thing is that I have Lion King tattooed on the inside of my hands.
Do you? Why?
It's a long story.
Sounds like somebody's lying. That's what we do over here. Now, Pinocchio wasn't like top of the list. For me, it was Lion King. I really liked. You know what's crazy? I didn't realize how old some of these movies are. Like, do you remember Aristocats?
Yeah.
That came out in like the 50s. I'm telling you, it's wild old. Same with
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
same with there's like Fox and the Hound. That's wild old. I used to love that movie too.
Kurt Russell's a kid in that movie. He plays
Fox and the
Copper.
Hound?
Yeah.
No, I swear Fox and the Hound is like
No, he's a kid in that.
it's gotta be wild old. Some of them are like from the 40s. I'm pretty sure like Cinderella's definitely from the 40s.
All right, The Aristocrats is 1970,
Okay, close.
and Fox and the Hound is for sure.
I was in the 90s, so
They're
like,
for 1981. It was Fox and the Hound.
what?
Yeah.
Super sad movie. I'm a hound dog.
Kurt Russell is Copper. They're for sure gonna make Fox and the Hound a live action.
It's too sad. They can't. If they're not gonna do Bambi, they're not gonna do Fox and the Hound.
They are doing Bambi.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're gonna get their hands on every movie that we have. As kids.
I wish they did Lion King the way they did Pinocchio because it's really, they really.
Lion
stuck
King
it.
was like a shot for shot. I was
Lion
like,
King was
why?
like watching the Discovery Channel. It
Yeah.
was wild annoying.
But
I don't care if it was shot. I wanted it to be shot for shot, but at least why did you make them look so freaking real? Like the animals had no expressions. They looked like real lions talking. It was wild dumb.
Pinocchio was also shot for shot, pretty much, wasn't it?
It was shot for shot,
Almost.
but it was good because it was like an improved version of it because the better picture quality and stuff like that, which I loved. They didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't make it look too realistic, which is what I hated about the new Lion King. And I'm not even gonna get into the Little Mermaid trailer because I know that's a hot button issue right now. Everybody's either cheesed or happy about it.
The what trailer?
The Little Mermaid trailer.
Oh, I think it looks great.
I think it looks dope too. Everybody's either mad that Ariel's black or they are happy that Ariel's black.
It's a mermaid.
Yeah. There's no such thing as a black mermaid.
I don't like.
Everybody knows mermaids are white. My take is this: is that I just hate the fact that Disney caters to so transparently to woke culture. It's like, so, who cares what color she is? But I know that you guys are doing it just because you're like, oh, this is woke. It's like, why not create a whole new story? You guys have billions of dollars. Why not create a whole new story with all these black, Latino, Asian, with multicultural characters in them instead of just like, be like, oh, here's a black Ariel. Happy? It's like, who cares? Nobody cares. Instead, you're just causing up a storm to hype up the movie.
They have like somewhat like Moana and Coco
Yeah, keep doing that.
and
That's great.
Encanto and
Encanto.
yeah, like kind of
But keep
things
doing
like that.
Like, don't. I feel like it's so transparent and so dumb. It's like, why are you doing that? I'm not saying that Ariel should have still been white, but like, I just feel like the motives behind it is not because. It's literally because like, here is a black Ariel. You happy now? And I hate that. I don't like.
Really, I think she was chosen. I think she was chosen. I think she was chosen because she's an amazing singer, and she like kind of
Halle Bailey
looks good with fins. They were like, we need a great singer and we need a great gal in fins.
How long can you hold your breath for?
And then she came in and like they were like, yeah, that's great. And she's like, is it okay that my skin? He's like, what are you talking about? You're a mermaid.
Yeah, actually, that's actually a good point. I don't know. Maybe, that's another thing too. What if they auditioned everybody and she was actually just the best for the role?
Which is how everything should be done.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
I don't know what anyone's agenda is on that.
I personally
on that
don't care.
kinda.
I just don't like when Disney caters to woke bullshit. And I feel like that's what that is. I
If
hate
you were to jump cut,
that. Ooh, Justin jump cuts.
simmer down. If you were to jump cut the original Pinocchio in 15 seconds,
Easy.
go.
Justin jump cuts. 15 seconds Pinocchio. Okay, let me.
Hit him with the jump cut, JJ.
Fairy turns him into a wooden boy. He comes alive. You just see him like this.
Okay, like dust. Yeah. Okay.
Boom. He's alive. Geppetto. Oh my God, you're a real boy.
Yeah.
The fox.
He doesn't become a real boy there right away.
Oh yeah. Well.
Okay, at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then, boom. There has to be some sort of thing where he. Oh yeah, he does say that. He was like, "Oh, how do I become a real boy?"
Right.
So the fairy tells him you got to be truthful, honest, and brave.
Right. Yeah.
So that little scene there is about like 5 seconds, I think. Like, boom, how to become a real boy, truthful, honest, brave. It's about 5, and then the fox running into the fox. Come with me. Who wants to be famous? Who wants to be real when you could be famous?
The Land of Lost Boys.
Yeah. Okay. So the fox, him in the cage, Pleasure Island, saving Geppetto, fairy turning him into a real boy. Done.
Yeah. Okay.
Dope.
That's good. I like that. Give me a classic Disney to jump cut.
Classic Disney to jump cut. So I gotta give you. Oh, how about Toy Story then?
Toy Story?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So about a 30-second shot.
Yeah, I knew it. 30 seconds of Andy playing with the toys.
Okay. First shot is all the toys, like 1 second, all the toys scattering. Okay.
What part? They always do that in a lot of scenes.
When they like jump in the most scattered one, just to let people know that toys are alive.
Oh, that's when Buzz Lightyear first comes in. When they're all waiting for the toys to be. Scattering.
Buzz Lightyear doing the falling with style, hitting the thing, and then going. Buzz and Woody hanging off the back of the moving truck. You're like a balloon gonna explode. Hanging off the the moving truck, the rocket going off, and then them going into the car, and then that's it.
Why do you always choose, like, just because you love those scenes, you want to put them in there?
That's who I am.
Toy Story would be the scattering, Sid torturing them,
Okay.
Woody throwing Buzz out of the window and everybody going,
See,
"Oh my God!"
I was gonna add that. Keep going.
Then fall, and then them on the rocket, and then becoming friends, landing, and then
Yeah, and then they're beside Andy. Hey, I found my toys.
Like the mom's like,
She's
"Oh,
like, you know they're alive, right?
the mom's like, "Andy, your toys are back." He's like, "What? Oh, I got a Game Boy now."
Yeah. Mario for life.
I want to go play with Sid. What if Andy and Sid became friends?
Oh, that's a good multiverse.
Yeah.
Like Andy, what if Sid and Andy were like opposite? So like Andy destroyed toys, and then Sid was trying to like
Rescue them?
rescue them.
That's dope. What was the freakiest toy in Toy Story at Sid's crib?
The doll on the spider, like the doll head on the spider legs, for sure.
Or the crane with the woman legs?
I really liked the duck with really big arms.
Oh yeah, he was a gangster.
Yeah, he
that's
was
right.
funny. And then also
like, "I got this."
and then the fishing rod with oh my God, I finally understood the fishing rod with like long exposed legs with like a red shoe or something.
What? I thought that was the crane with the long exposed legs.
Yeah.
Wasn't that?
Yeah, but it was a fishing rod.
Was it? Oh, that's what they used to bring the duck down to ring the doorbell, right?
Cuz it was a hooker.
Childhood ruined.
You little
Dead ass?
scallywags.
I never even... For real?
Yeah. That's what I'm getting.
Let's look that up. Get our assistant.
that's what
Yeah, we got a new assistant, everybody. What's her name?
Rory.
Rory?
Rory with 2 R's.
I've been
R-O.
calling her Jennifer this whole week.
No, it's Rory. Jennifer's her last name.
Oh, sorry, Rory. Okay, Rory, you want to look up that toy for us on Toy Story?
Yeah. Could you be a little bit quicker? Thank you.
Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah.
I mean Rory.
Yeah, that's fishing rod. They got all 3 of ours right there. Those must have been the best ones.
Wait up, is there a metaphor for all of them? Okay, one of them's a hooker, the other one's a diesel. Rory, would you move out of the way? Like, what's the diesel duck supposed to be? Is he supposed to be
Maybe a fuckhead?
Why would he be? Just because duck rhymes with fuck? There's
Yeah.
something clever there.
Yeah.
Jeez, Sid had a fire lineup, though, I lie. Look at that.
I don't know. He's gonna have a great jawline once those
Braces come
once those
off?
bracers come off. Yeah.
He's definitely in jail for some sort of sexual crime right now. Playing with a hooker all day?
Yeah. Shoving toys up his ass.
Definitely. That's where he was going. But if Toy Story 2 did a quick pan to Sid's house, he'd be like, oh yeah, I'm shoving toys up my ass now.
Yeah. Yeah. So those were the scariest ones.
Thanks, Rory. Sorry for yelling. It's just sometimes, you know. Oh yeah, that's right. We have a sponsor this week, don't we?
We do. Yeah.
And if you know anything about DemOnes, we're all about making that money. So Dawn, I put in charge of basically vetting our sponsors and seeing which ones he feels represents us the best. And he's been doing he's right beside me, so I just want to say questionable, okay job.
This one is.
This one better be good, because like,
people are gonna want this one.
listen, the Key Shiners, they went out of business 2 weeks after. We didn't even get paid from that one. Insane Clown Posses, they're still in jail right now.
They still have my fridge. I'm still waiting for my. I've just had old warm meat on the counter for days.
All right, well, can we do you have one that's okay?
This one not only saves you money.
Okay, I like this.
This one helps with the chores around the house. So
Ooh, I
let
like
me
this, I like
paint
this.
a scenario for you.
This is it? This is
This is it.
Okay, let's do this. All right, everybody, here's our sponsor. DemOnes, we're coming up one sponsor at a time. Let's do this.
Okay. You know how when you need something to stick on the wall and you use that caulk?
I don't like where this is going already.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the caulk gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is that you don't use the whole caulk. And what happens is that the tip gets all, stuck with all that caulk in it. So, but the stuff in the bottom is still good. And you can still use it. But then usually what you do is you go, I don't have time to empty this caulk. So you go buy another one. And they're like $30. So the people that will come over to your house and suck your caulk just to get it.
What?
So then you can use the caulk at the bottom. So I'm bringing to the table cocksuckers. They will come to your house and they will help you use your caulk for you. It's only $3 per visit that they'll come and suck your caulk.
Oh my God! Don't indulge him, anybody.
It's useful. $3 can save you $30. You say that isn't going to be a beneficial system?
Just to be very clear, we're talking about the caulk that you use that comes out of a gun. Just in case you were confused, okay?
A tube of caulk. I don't think anyone else would think anything different. So let's just move on from this. Everyone's going to go to Google and type in cocksuckers, and they will come up immediately.
I suggest you don't do that, everybody. Okay. Now, this brings into our other part. If you know about trying to be social, we're trying to live off this stuff. And one of the things that we have done is we've opened 3 streams of revenue that we want to tell you guys all about and take our advice, or you can support us. And one of them is our Shopify. So we have, if you look at any of our skits or anything like that we do on social media, we always have a DemOnes shirt on. It's pretty dope, nice and clean. The CN Tower's right in the middle. You can get one of these. You can get one of these shirts on our Shopify account. Very easy. Click our link tree on our Instagram. $25. You're supporting the cause, and you're gonna look fly while you're doing it. Another thing that we have going on is our Patreon. So for $4 a month, you tell us what you want us to plug, and we'll give you a nice, cool little ad that you want You could either write it for us or we'll write it for you. It doesn't matter, and we'll do it for you every month on a monthly subscription. For $7 a month, you get to come on the show and talk to us for 2 whole minutos. That's minutes. 2 whole minutes about whatever you want to talk about. It could be your small business. It could be your social media. It could be whatever. As you hear, every week we're growing, so you can grow with us. That's a cool way of getting some marketing done for a relatively cheap price, I believe. So, yeah, that's our Patreon. And the third way is just straight up love. You can just buy us a coffee. So, if you buy us a coffee, you just give us $5 and say, hey, I love what you're doing. Keep going. And those are our 3 streams of revenue. You can find them all on our Instagram and our link tree at DemOnes.Official. That's DemOnes.Official. Support local creators and keep listening.
We'll have a Patreon and we'll start doing,
Exclusives, yeah.
Yeah, exclusive, like behind the. We obviously have to build this up, but we'll have behind a paywall. I want to start. I want to start doing commentary on people's videos and content and stuff like that.
Just like straight up shitting all over everybody's account. Like, what the fuck is he thinking?
No. I envy some people that are doing.
Really? Because I always
yeah.
hear you yelling at shit when you're on your phone. You're like, dude, I get it, man. Like, okay, cool. You can freaking lip sync. Like, I got it.
Anyway, I think that's it. I think we hit some good points. We had a great week after a really shitty week. We got gold. We got a shout out for Moolah First. We have an amazing segment coming up this week to bump up our YouTube. It's going to be a whole function. Please go subscribe to our YouTube, DemOnes.Official. Please go to our TikTok and Instagram. Follow. Scroll through. Check us out.
Yeah, even if you don't
It's
want
not just interviews. We have skits. We have every different kind of thing. We have a show coming up. Pilot. We don't know when that's going to be dropped. There's a lot in the oven to take out for everyone.
Even if you don't want to, like I said, do the 3 things that we said, so the shirt, the coffee, whatever, just follow us. That means a lot. Be one of the followers that I talk about next week when we talk about how we're growing. Subscribe, follow, comment, anything like that.
Let
helps.
us DM us. Let us know. Let us know what you think, because we want to
shout you out.
We want to shout you out.
Yeah.
Do we have any shout outs to do?
No, we don't have any this week, unfortunately. So yeah, we've been dying.
No.
We've been dying to shout people out. Thank you to everybody that's listening to this podcast on wherever you're listening it to.
We see you.
We see you. We're growing like slowly, and we love it. So if you're that's what I said last week. Like, I love the fact that we're kind of small right now, and we can talk directly to every single one of you. Thank you so much for even thinking about us and listening to this weekly. Thank you so much. So I hope that we're helping you out. And if you want to help us out, we're so easy to reach. DM us on any one of our socials, and we'll definitely reach out. We'll definitely shout you out. Thank you so much for listening. This is Trying to Be Social, everybody.
I'm gonna ask everyone to do one thing, and when you hear this, I want you to go to DemOnes.Official Instagram and DM us. I want to hear your jump cut of which movie should we do here. Not Disney. Let's do a semi easy one. Let's do, but also let's not a new one. Let's
a classic.
A classic? You want to do a classic?
I
would say we did Star Wars. We did Instagram the movie.
Day? No, I don't think enough people seen Independence Day.
Not Schindler's List. That's a little too black and white. Not The Godfather. Not as many people have seen it.
How about Scarface?
Scarface is good because it's long, but Scarface is one of those movies that you'll watch but kind of get on your phone and start going, is Fight Club too ambiguous?
Yeah,
we did The Matrix. We did what's a good one? I'm going
we're talking about, let's go to blockbusters, right? How about Men in Black?
Ooh. Is Will Smith still okay?
Yeah, I mean, we're jump cutting him, so who gives a shit, right? You can jump cut him without him in it at all if you want.
Yes. Men in Black.
Yeah.
Jump cut Men in Black. Send us, if you want to make the video, you can make the video and send it to us, and we'll post it on our media platforms. But just send
what you would do.
What you would do.
15
send it
seconds. 15
15
seconds, okay?
Just make it like what's it called when you go number 1, number 2, number whatever.
Scenes?
No, whatever it is. Just send how you would jump cut Men in Black. And then we will do that on how we would do it on next week's episode.
Yeah, hopefully one of you people come up with something original, because you already know I'm Justin Jump Cut, so whatever you do, I'm just going to do it better. So if you really feel like you could do it better than me, send it to us. We'll read it out next week. I will either diss you or I will praise you. And most likely I'm going to diss you because I'm way better at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we want for everybody this week. If you can, reach out to us and tell us exactly what you would do. Once again, trying to be social. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Love you.